So one more week, well, 2 more weeks to the end of the year of 2025. This year has had so many things happen. Uh, usually years seem to cruise by. I feel like things that happened in March of this year was so long ago, right? Like so many things have happened. I had a chance to hear somebody speak recently. They talked about, time, and when time slows, that's when something is being imprinted in your subconscious or in your mind, right? So that it becomes this lifelong or a memory that you keep longer. And I think this year was one of those years that had a lot of those memories, which I'm truly happy about. All of those memories led to something. And I think looking at it from the lens that I generally do, it's like, hey, I'm in control of these decisions and these things that happen, and what element of those things am I in control of, and can I really, what things are we gaining from these experiences? And it's been an amazing, amazing year, and I'm truly blessed for that. Most of that comes from this team. Today we had our annual holiday party here at the office. We do some trivia. It's kind of like the staple thing. We do the white elephant gift exchange. We do the questions. Everybody has to answer all these questions, like this trivia. It's Capstone trivia. Some of it's really hard. It's about people here in the office. It's about when different timelines as to what we've done as Capstone. But at the end of this year, it's really helping me reflect on what an amazing year we had and the strength of Capstone right now. This last week, I've heard about two more of our competitors, struggling a little bit. And I look through that and figure, okay, what are the things that are different about what we're doing versus why they are where they're at. And I feel blessed, and it has to do with this team. It has to do with, the culture that they bring every day, their choice to be here every day. And it really puts a smile on my face to know that I'm surrounding myself with this amazing crew. If you have chatted recently with Stephanie or Yaz, both of them tied today for, it's like our first annual award for kind of the person who brings the core values the most. And again, these are our internal core values. So the core values that we share with that are more client facing are different than our internal. So our internal core values: choosing to be here, being the detective, and owning it, right? And those things really embody what we're trying to bring every day. It's not so much, hey, how are we showing up for our team, friends, that type of thing. It's more, hey, choose to be here. Make those choices to show up every day 100%, right? Even when things are tough outside of here, choosing to be here is important. Being the detective, so important, because again, as an owner myself, I can't tell you how frustrated I get when people don't dive deeper and say, wait, why are we not taking this a step further? I love that. Taking it a step further is what makes me feel good about the management that we're doing, because it shows that they're thinking. We're not paper pushers here at Capstone, right? We don't push paper, and paper pushers don't last. And that's why ultimately, that's such a huge core value for us internally. It's something we talk about, being the detective all the time, asking questions, asking the right questions, and continuing to listen and learn something from those conversations that we're having. Super important to us as a team, super important to us in our journey of expansion, growth, and just doing better as a property management team in the future. And then third, of course, is owning it. And owning it is something that, back in the day, it was extreme ownership with Jocko Willink in that book, whom I had a chance to meet back in 2017, which was really, really exciting for me. But it was one of those things where I was like, okay, what can we be doing to own these things and own these experiences, and what element of it can we own? And like I'd mentioned earlier, when I'm sharing these things of, hey, control. What do we have control over and what don't we have control over? And being really honest with ourselves. In most situations in property management, there's an element of something that we can control in that situation in every single situation. Now, a lot of the times, the response that we give, and the team will tell you this, and this is a big thing for me because, again, I'm an emotional guy. And I don't want someone else to impose their emotion on me when it comes to how I feel about something that's happening at one of my properties. Straight up. If there's something that happens, I don't want someone to reluctantly tell me something because they're worried about my response. It's just news, right? They should just be sharing it as news because at the end of the day, my response as the owner is how I have to own that response. And again, in property management, yeah, it's not going to be good news when Krista calls me and lets me know what's going on at the property. Except this week we got a few different renewals, which is awesome. I love renewals at this time of the year. But at the same time, it's like, hey, these are things that as the owner I can own, but I don't want my property management team to feel like they have to own that because they don't know what I'm going through as the owner. They don't know how I'm going to carry that and whether or not I even care that I had another roof that needs replacement. Maybe I'm totally prepared for it and it never even crossed my mind that it was going to be an issue. So again, it's these little things that we're thinking about regularly when we see changes in the market, when we see changes with our peers in the industry. What are we doing differently? These are the things that I think we're doing differently that set us apart, that keep us coming back every day, that keep us feeling like just the powerhouse team that we are, that is continuing to grow. Again, year over year, amazing, super excited what this team is bringing, but also just the level of service I've seen has just, each one of them is bringing it more than they did at the same time last year. For that, I appreciate the Capstone team. I appreciate you as the client and giving us the opportunity to show you what we can do. And at the end of the day, like being in this with us, because hey, back in the day, property management was a set it and forget it. And you could just do whatever. And this property management companies would barely change anything year over year over year over year over year. Well, guess what? It's not that way anymore. We are constantly evolving and constantly changing. And if we're not, we're doing something wrong. I appreciate you. If I don't talk to you next week, have an amazing holiday and look forward to chatting with you soon. Thanks.